Okay, so today, the word of the day is accountability. This for you, Brisco. Accountability. Hold yourself accountable because you walked into that courtroom like George Jefferson and gave them 90 years away to them 3 Zoes from North Miami. Before you do another podcast, before you say another word online, reach out to that prosecutor and say, ma'am, when they slapped me with that big pistol and snatched my chains off my neck, I was too inebriated to identify any of the assailants.
Hey man, Miami got a problem because what started off as a $15,000 rap challenge has now turned into Rick Ross putting up $50,000. And somehow, instead of everybody just celebrating the opportunity, Freezy started throwing shots at the boss. And Rick Ross didn't just respond, he started talking about Brisco too. Now we got a Miami rap situation where money is big and history is deep. And the names involved go all the way back to the Po' Boy era. So the question is, did Freezy really just challenge Rick Ross to a rap war? Or did Miami accidentally start another episode of Everybody Knows Everybody? Now let me give you a little backstory because for those who don't know, Freezy, better known as Lee Freezy Prince, longtime Miami music executive and Flo-Rida's manager, was behind the Miami freestyle movement that originally had a $15,000 cash prize attached to it. Then Rick Ross stepped into the picture and did what Rick Ross does best. He made the number bigger.
The 305 15K freestyle challenge just went to 50. It's 50,000 now. The boat said it.
So on paper, it sounds like nothing but a beautiful Miami moment. One legend putting money behind the next generation. And then the subliminals started flying. And this is the part I think that people are missing.
How y'all feeling today? This is what I wanted to do though. I'm out here in Marbella, Spain. It's a beautiful vibe, but what I wanted to do is get some business back in my city in 305. See a little energy going around, and this is what I want to do. I just want to address Freezy. Never had an issue with you, homie. Never even spoke to you really about nothing. But you want the boat attention, and now you have it. I'm surprised ain't nobody tell you how this really go, but this is what I'm gonna do. I see you discuss brotherhood a lot on your page, but I ain't see no photos of you and your oldest brother. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Your oldest brother, the informant, the rat, 30 years, cooperating. Yeah, you don't post him. You may have forgot him. Gus, that's his name. You forgot? Gus. That's why none of the real Gray and Booby them never with none of you rats. You hot. Don't speak on Rose and Rose business. You should know better than that. That's like me speaking on you and your bitch. Tacola Modest. Yeah, I could tell you some shit that may cause your son some trauma about that. Now, I pray you take it personal. Doing podcasts in your Facebook posts. This is what I'm doing. I'm getting to the money. I'm not just discussing you, but I'm just letting you know now. It's the boat. Take it how you want to take it. You want attention? I got it. However you want, whatever you want, I got it. Rats. Whole family hot.
When you see Freezy and Rick Ross going back and forth, you can't look at it like, okay, rapper versus random music except. Nah, that's not what it is. This is two people who have been operating around the same Miami music ecosystem for years. They aren't strangers. They aren't two dudes who just discovered each other through Instagram comments. There's a history. And that's why every little comment hits differently. Because when somebody you know for years says something about you, you don't hear it the same way you hear it from somebody who don't know you. Remember, this isn't new school Miami arguing over Instagram comments. This is some old Miami rap history getting dug back up. And that's why this story gets so entertaining. Because once people start bringing up the past, the internet starts pulling receipts. Old interviews, old videos, old songs, old photographs, old affiliations. Somebody will find a picture from 2007 and be like, see, I told y'all they knew each other. And that's when Rick Ross brought Brisco into the conversation.
Okay, so today, the word of the day is accountability. This for you, Brisco. Accountability. Hold yourself accountable because you walked into that courtroom like George Jefferson and gave them 90 years away to them 3 Zoes from North Miami. Before you do another podcast, before you say another word online, reach out to that prosecutor and say, ma'am, when they slapped me with that big pistol and snatched my chains off my neck, I was too inebriated to identify any of the assailants. They done did 20 plus years for a silver chain with fake diamonds. You know, I know. E told you. He got you a fake chain. That's what you do. You reach out to them. Freedom boys. Freedom boys. You got caught slipping. Slap with the pistol. Chain snatch. Boom. Move on. Freedom. Don't blame Miami.
Now this is where things get messy because Brisco has carried the snitch label for years. But here's what actually happened. Back in 2009, Brisco was robbed at a Miami barbershop. According to reports, several armed men entered the shop, pistol whipped him, took his jewelry and his Range Rover. 2 years later, Brisco testified in court as the victim.
Where did he hit you?
Like on the side of my head.
One of the suspects, Kathleen Palmer, now on trial, and Brisco takes the stand.
Out of these pictures right here, he looks like the guy.
He identified details about the robbery and described being struck with a gun. And that testimony became the fuel for the Brisco as a snitch narrative. Internet basically said, you took the stand and that's it. You're a cook. And that label followed him for years. And now Rick Ross is basically saying, bro, take accountability. Rick Ross put Brisco's controversy right back into the spotlight. And that's what makes this situation so interesting. Because Ross isn't just talking about somebody who's on the outside looking in. Brisco was once part of the same Miami ecosystem. Now let's be honest, Miami has approximately 2 degrees of separation. You can say one rapper's name and 5 minutes later somebody's explaining how they went to school with his cousin, recorded at his uncle's studio, dated his homeboy's sister, and once got kicked out the same club. You can't even have a rap challenge in Miami without somebody saying, hold on, I know that nigga. And now that we have a 50K freestyle challenge sitting in the middle of all this, which brings up to the big question. Is this actually about the 50K or is this really about respect? Because if the rappers step up and actually start dropping some serious freestyles, this could become one of the biggest things happening in Miami right now. But if the old heads start pulling out the history books, oh, it's over. Because once Miami starts saying, yeah, but back in 2006, we know it's about to get messy. So I wanted to know what you think. Was Freezy wrong for taking shots at Rick Ross? Or did Rick Ross have a point bringing Brisco into the conversation? And most importantly, do you think somebody actually gonna win 50K? Or Rick Ross gonna renege? Let me know what you think. Drop your comments because if somebody walks away with 50 racks, I promise you, I'm gonna be the first one to report it. Make sure you subscribe and like this video and keep it locked.
All my 305, I want y'all to know this. You heard me? That 50K, I want you to come up. Whoever deserve it, whoever earn it. Whoever earn it. When I signed my deal, and I thank Ted Lucas and Slip and Slide for giving me the opportunity. Sometimes it take you time to learn what the play is. I got 30 grand for 6 albums and half of my publishing. I don't want your publishing. I want you to shine. I want you to do that shit in a way Rose could have only dreamed of. You understand? And you invest in yourself. That's how it is. You be a boss. You understand? Thank every that ever blessed me to get in this position. I'm half a B up. And then we ain't trying to impress no nigga. Love, hustle hard.